Side to Wslm. Wslm fires up a shot, and it's way off the mark, and the rebound comes down to Malik Renew. The defense for Indiana is forcing them to play the 30-second clock out there. Now, here is Galloway with the ball, right side of Tamar Bates, fires up an 18-footer. It won't go, but Logan Duncombe's got the rebound. Clears to Malik Renew. He drives down low on Gilmore. Turns around, throws it back to Tamar. Good move there. Tamar Bates takes it to the left side, throws it right to Malik. Renew holds on, throws it back outside to Tamar. Bates, 5 on the shot clock, drives into the lane, pulls up, shoots it up there, misses the shot, but Galloway's got the rebound. Back up, he missed it, and Crowell comes away with a rebound. Great hustle move by Galloway, but he just couldn't knock it down. Struggling a little bit with his shot thus far, 1 of 4. Here, the pass comes to Hepburn on the left wing. Hepburn looks down low for Crowell, bounces it to him. Crowell against Logan. Tries to back him down. Crowell, the 7-footer outside to Hepburn, and they're going to call a foul on Trey Galloway.
Not a lot there at all. Good shot fake by Chucky Hepburn. Got Trey up in the air. There just was not a lot of contact. There's a little bit of contact. I see why they called it, but that really hurts as Galloway goes to the bench.
So Galloway out. C.J. Gunn is in. Jalen Hood-Schifino, Logan Duncombe, Tamar Bates, and Malik Renew, the lineup for IU right now. Davis gets it into Crowell. Crowell on the wing, holds on to it, fakes the pass, tries to back down Logan again. Crowell inside, nice feed, knocked away by Hood-Schifino, picked up by Malik Renew, and the turnover is Wisconsin's second. Here is Hood-Schifino to the left side. Indiana with a 2-point lead, 9-7. Hood-Schifino down low to Logan. Duncombe works on Crowell inside. Battles his way, lost the handle, and then turns it over. And Logan just went a little too far with the dribble that time and needed to throw it outside. But that's, again, he hasn't had that much playing time against this kind of competition. Here's Hepburn on a drive and a nice move, and he lays it up and in. Hepburn gets his 4th point, and we're tied at 9. Back the other way quickly, Gunn with the basketball. He drives down to the baseline, pulls up, forces up a runner, wouldn't go. Rebound knocked away into the hands of Wslm, and back comes Wisconsin. Indiana having a tough time, just like Wisconsin is, at knocking down shots here. Hepburn lost the handle, got it back, dribbles to his left, pulls up, gives to Crowell, who fakes the 3, then dumps it into Gilmore. Gilmore working on Duncombe, lost the ball. Picked up by C.J. Gunn to Hood-Schifino. Jalen takes it out of trouble and slows it down. Hood-Schifino goes right side to Malik Renew. Renew backs his way in again, down inside, puts it up, got it! And Renew all of a sudden finds it, and he gets his 4th point, and Indiana takes the lead back at 11-9. Hepburn with the basketball. To Wslm out front to Jordan Davis. He bounced it away, almost picked up. They throw it and save it to Hepburn. Hepburn pulls it outside across the key, throws it out to Gilmore. Now Wslm with a 3, way off the mark, and tracking it down is Hood-Schifino to Gunn. Takes it all the way, puts it up, and missed the shot, and no call. Had to be a foul there, and now they call a foul against Indiana.
It's a great defensive possession, which leads out to a fast break opportunity for C.J. Gunn. Gunn went hard at the rim, Don. He attacked the basket. There was contact there, but the official said Wisconsin was straight up. No whistle at all. A missed opportunity as Indiana has the first fast break opportunity that we've seen here from the Hoosiers in quite some time. Weren't able to finish through contact.
Trace Jackson Davis comes back into the ball game for Indiana. Logan Duncombe comes out, and Carter Gilmore will inbound. Indiana with full court pressure. They feed it into Klesmit, and Max Klesmit will bring it down. Gets it across the timeline, harassed out there by Bates. Klesmit goes left side to Crowell. Crowell now holds on to it, looks inside, can't find Hepburn. Nice job by Hood-Schifino to keep Hepburn from getting the ball. Throws it out, Crowell has it, now gives it to Wslm. Wslm's going to fire up another 3. This is no good, and Malik Renew with a rebound. Outlet to Tamar Bates. Bates slows it down, dumps it into Trace. Jackson Davis down low. How about a foul there? And they let the shot, they let the play go. Could have been traveling on Trey, but still they let it go, and Jackson Davis gets his 4th point.
I can't believe there was no whistle there, but Indiana comes away with 2.
Here is Gilmore. Holds onto it, lobs it to Crowell. Crowell now will work against Jackson Davis, tries to back him into the lane, gets it down low. Baines in there, and it's a blocked shot by Jackson Davis, who saves it to Malik Renew. Great save. Off to Renew. He's on the right side. He's trying to back his way into the lane. Dumps it outside to Hood Shapiro. He fakes. Back to Renew. Inside. Offensive foul called on Malik. And Renew did lower the shoulder, at least bang in there pretty hard, and he picks up his first foul of the game. Indiana 13, Wisconsin 9, 7:34 to go here in this first half of play. That's actually Renew's second personal foul. And we're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the Cure Source Radio Network from Learfield.
Let's be frank. Your home, vehicles, business, and life are a lot like sports. The unexpected can happen at any time. Insurance may be the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. It's the first thing on ours every day. You can depend on the DeHaze Group and Frankenmuth Insurance to be on your team. Visit the DeHaze Group today at dehaze.com. That's DEHAYES.com.
Harold Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you. Additionally, HFI is inviting you to join them to help make the difference for the Riley Hospital Foundation for Children. HFI will match up to $50,000 in donations to make a difference for the kids at Riley. Contact HFI to see how we can make a difference together.
Before you grab a shovel, use your laptop or smartphone to contact Indiana 811. Remember, buried gas and power lines are everywhere, and if damaged, can be extremely dangerous. To keep you and your family safe, make sure you contact Indiana 811 at least 2 days before you dig. Just go to indiana811.org and submit a locate request. Then wait for your utilities to be marked. It's a free service. Safe digging saves lives. So click before you dig at indiana811.org.
Proud partner of Indiana University Athletics.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana. Right now it's Indiana 13, Wisconsin 9, 7:34 to go here in this first half. Green and Schultz trial lawyers have the strength to accomplish legal challenges you may face. Green and Schultz, a winning team for victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Well, defensively, Indiana came to play. You look at Wisconsin stats here, 4 of 16 from the field, 25%. They've only knocked down 1 of their 6 3-point attempts. 9 points in just over 12 minutes of action. That's what you expect to see from this Indiana half-court defense. The Hoosiers have come to play. It's been an ugly game at both ends, but it's okay sometimes to win ugly games. I just like to see the type of effort that we've seen from this Indiana defense here this afternoon.
We'll see who comes back out on the floor for Indiana. Malik Renew did pick up a second foul there, and he will sit as Jordan Geronimo will check in. But Renew has played much better today, at least offensively, being more aggressive down low and making the right decisions down low when he's double teamed.
And Indiana has found him early, and credit to this Indiana offense. They have found Malik when he's got a mismatch on the low block, and Wisconsin is double teaming Trace Jackson Davis, but they're not double teaming Malik Renew, so he has had the ability to use that crab dribble, get inside the paint, and go one-on-one right around the rim.
Carter Gilmore will inbound against the full court pressure that Indiana's putting on here. The ball almost got stripped away from Crowell by Trace, but they do get it in. Hepburn now will bring it down the court. Hepburn, a really talented sophomore, gives the ball to Klesman, who gives to Lindsey. Lindsey drives it to the right side, down low against C.J. Gunn, throws up a shot, won't go. Rebound tipped away, battle for, and finally picked up by Indiana's Tamar Bates. Bates has it, brings it down the court. Gets it to Jalen Hood-Schifino, who brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Geronimo, then right back to Hood-Schifino, back to Tamar. They weave it out front. Now it's Hood-Schifino with it on the right perimeter. Drives it to the top, pulls it back outside, gives to Bates. Back to Hood-Schifino. Jalen dumps it into Trace, down low. One dribble, little jump hook, off the rim, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Lindsey, and back down the floor comes Wisconsin. Chucky Hepburn will bring it across the timeline. Mike Woodson looks frustrated right now that Indiana can't get shots to fall. Hepburn gets it off to Gilmore. They weave it out front. Lindsey has it, now to Hepburn. Hepburn out near midcourt against Jalen Hood-Schifino. Drives to the left side, cut off on a double team. Lobs it into Crowell. And here's Trace blocking his shot again. Now Crowell works against Geronimo. Dumps it inside, jump hook, and he knocked it down. Nice move by Crowell for his first 2 points of the game, and it's 13-11. I think Geronimo actually got that block, didn't he? Not Trace. 6:05 to go here in the first half. Indiana with a 2-point lead. A very tough contested defensive battle right now. Bates will fire up a three. Way off the mark. Long rebound comes to Crowell, and Wisconsin's on the attack. Chucky Hepburn gets it across the timeline. Spins his way to the right. Almost fell down. Drills his way in against Hood-Schifino. Fakes. Dumps it inside. Threw it out of bounds.
Great one-on-one defense right there. It's the first time we've seen Chucky Hepburn try to go one-on-one against this pressure defense. He had the entire right side of the court isolated, and you got to give credit to Jalen Hood-Schifino. That was just a great individual effort at the defensive end. Stayed composed, stayed down on the shot fake, and caused a turnover from Wisconsin.
Miller Kopp checks in to replace Tamar Bates for Indiana. Jordan Geronimo is going to inbound to Hood-Schifino, and Jalen will bring it up. Hood-Schifino gets it across the timeline. Fires it right to Kopp. Kopp down low to Jackson Davis. Trace against Crowell. Backs him down. Throw it into Geronimo. Fakes again. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Put it back up. Missed again. Got his own rebound. Puts it up a third time and got it to go down. Geronimo battling his way inside. Gets his fourth point, and Indiana back to a 4-point lead. 15-11. Now Klesman outside to Crowell. Crowell top of the key. Threw it out of bounds. That is the fifth turnover by Wisconsin, which is unusual for them. They average only 8 a ball game. Now coming in will be Hodges for Wisconsin for the first time and replaces Crowell here in the for Wisconsin's Badgers.
And the pressure defense is really starting to get to this Wisconsin Badger team. That was a nice job by Miller Kopp. Rather than chase on the pin down, Miller went underneath that time. And Esijan did a poor job of reading how the defense was playing. He curled off of that pin down, and Crowell did not expect him to do that. Nice defense from Miller Kopp.
Across the timeline, ball. Hood-Schifino has it to C.J. Gunn for a 16-footer. Way off the mark, and the rebound taken out there by Hepburn. C.J. was a shooter in high school, but man, he has struggled since coming into his freshman year here at IU. Almost a steal there. Lindsey comes up with a basketball. Guarded by Gunn. Gunn does give it some effort on the defensive end, though. He's long. Here's a drive by Hepburn. He fires up a jump shot, and it rattles in. Chucky Hepburn gets his 6th point, and it's 15-13. Indiana by just 2. 4:40 to go, first half. Here's the pass to Trace Jackson Davis. Throws it cross court to Gunn. Gunn in the corner for 3. Off the mark, no good. Tipped away by Geronimo. And now they're going to call a foul on Geronimo. And Jordan has picked up his first foul of the game. He was over the back.
On that time, Wisconsin brought an aggressive double team as Jackson Davis caught the ball on the low block, but Indiana executed perfectly. Little skip pass out of the double team, then you hit C.J. Gunn wide open in the corner as Wisconsin's rotating out of it. You just got to knock it down. It's great execution, but you got to make the shot.
Carter Gilmore will inbound to Klesman. Indiana stays with full court pressure. It's light. Nevertheless, Klesman gets the ball across the timeline. He feeds it off to Hepburn. Hepburn now on the right side against Hood-Schifino. And throws it out. It comes into the hands of Esijan, who's back in, and he misses the shot. And the rebound is chased down by Hood-Schifino. Down the floor to Tamar Bates. Bates slows things up and drives into the lane. Bounces it in the corner to Hood-Schifino for a 3-try. Off the mark, no good, and Indiana can't buy one. Rebound comes to Wisconsin. Back the other way, this is Hepburn. Hepburn takes it outside, top of the key. Left side pass to Klesman. Klesman drives on Tamar Bates. Double team comes, and now a foul is going to be called on Indiana. He had a shot fake there, and Indiana's Tamar Bates went up, and that cost him, and he picks up the foul, his first in the ball game. 3:45 to go in this first half, and neither team has gotten to 20 points yet. It's 15-13. Indiana, we're back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. No matter what kind of flooring you have on your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, official sponsor of Indiana University basketball.
Don't take a chance when buying a used car. Drive Honda Certified from your local Honda dealer, where we have 1 to 10-year-old Hondas. Protected, certified, warranted, and backed by Honda. Certified pre-owned Hondas have a 182-point inspection, have been reconditioned with Honda genuine parts by factory-trained technicians. Plus, you get up to a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, roadside assistance, and much more. Only at your local Honda dealer.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Indiana 15, Wisconsin 13. 3:45 left on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard here in the first half. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home but don't know where to start? Call the trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Indiana Athletics.
Well, we're going to have to go ask John Herrick to go pry the lid off the rim here. Offensively for Indiana, Don, things are not going well, but Indiana's competing at a high level, but shooting the ball. Hoosiers are 7 of 26 from the field. That's less than 27%. They're 0 of 5 from 3, and they've got a 2-point lead. Now, this is a type of game that Wisconsin loves to play. They love to grind it out, make the game ugly, but you got to give credit to Indiana here. Up to this point, the defensive effort that we have seen has been spectacular. I cannot remember Wisconsin getting any open looks here. All their makes have been contested makes. Indiana's there on the catch. They're making life extremely difficult. But this is one of those Wisconsin games that you hate to see. At some point here, if you're Indiana, you're going to have to make a run here. You got to start playing faster, try to get some points in transition, because this half-court game back and forth, I'm starting to think this is exactly how Wisconsin wants it. I think Indiana's got to do something here to change the pace of this game here moving forward.
Can't argue that. Indiana will come out on the floor with Bates, Jackson Davis, Geronimo, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Miller Kopp. And Wisconsin will counter with Klesmit, Hodges, Gilmore, Hepburn, and it looks like Asijan's back out there. And at the free throw line, Max Klesmit will try to tie this ball game if he can hit the 2 shots. Klesmit at the line, a good free throw shooter. Not a great one, and he missed it. Klesmit hitting 71% in Big Ten play, 75% of the season. A junior out of Eagan, my apology, he's a junior out of Neenah, Wisconsin. And fires it and missed them both. Jackson Davis comes up with the rebound. Indiana maintains the 2-point advantage. Hood-Schifino brings it down, gets it across the timeline, picked up by Hepburn. Slides right, pass comes to Tamar Bates, dumps it inside to Jackson Davis against Hodges. Jackson Davis wanting the middle open here as he drives it into the lane, misses the shot. Geronimo's got the rebound, back up and in. And Geronimo's got his 6th point of the ball game. 17-13, and Indiana back to that 4-point margin. Here is Klesmit outside. It comes off to Asijan, who tries to work on Bates. Got away with the travel there. Wait a second. Indiana basketball, but I don't think they called traveling, did they? Apparently somebody stepped out of bounds. So Hodges leaves the game. Crowell will check back in for Wisconsin. And Indiana gets the ball on the 6th turnover by the Badgers. Indiana's turned it over 3 times. The official bounces it to Geronimo. The bounce pass comes to Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Hood-Schifino brings it up across the timeline, moves it to the right side, bounces it out to Geronimo, top of the key. He lobs it into Trace, got it back, inside against Crowell, puts it up, wouldn't go, and the ball's batted away to Asijan. Too much off-balance stuff there. 17-13, Indiana still leading it by 4. Hepburn with it, gives them to Klesmit. Klesmit gets it outside to Asijan. He bounces to Crowell for the Badgers. Crowell turns around, looks for help now, dribbles it once, gives it up to Asijan for a 3, and he rattles it in. Sejan knocks in that three-pointer, his first points of the day, and all of a sudden it's a one-point game.
And that was the first time Indiana did not communicate. They had two defenders take one guy to the basket, left Sejan wide open.
Geronimo with it on the left wing, throws it out to Miller Kopp. Kopp, right side pass to Bates. Bates now dribbles it out to the top, gives to Hood Shapiro. Jalen with it to Trace, back to Jalen Hood Shapiro, fires up a jump shot and hits. And Hood Shapiro has got his first points of the afternoon, and he makes it a three-point Indiana lead at 19-16. Across the timeline, Hepburn gives off to Klesmit. Klesmit gives it left side to Gilmore. All on the perimeter. He drives it to the right side, cut off by Trace Jackson Davis, then backs it out. Now looks inside for Crowell. Can't find him. Goes to Klesmit. Now they get it to Crowell down low, and he's mismatched against Geronimo. Take it up about 5 inches difference there. And Crowell inside turns, spins, throws up a shot, and knocks it in. And Geronimo got knocked to the floor on the play. Crowell gets his fourth point. And Geronimo back down the floor on offense. 19-18 Indiana. Here is Hood Shapiro. Lost the ball. A whistle blows. And we got a foul call. Let's see on who. It's on Chucky Hepburn. And that is his second foul of the ball game. So Hepburn now with two. And that's going to bring him off the court as Ray Guard wants to take no chances of him getting his third. Isaac Lindsey replaces him. And we've got a timeout taking place here. 1 minute and 26 seconds to go. Indiana will have the basketball with a 1-point lead. Your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indiana basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. New inventories arriving daily.
Oh, I absolutely love this timeout here from Coach Woodson. You got an opportunity with just under a minute and a half left in a game that's been tightly contested. A 1-point lead. You'd love to draw up your best half-court set here and give your team a chance to go into the second half with a 3 to 4 point lead here, just depending on what type of shot you get. This is a great opportunity for Indiana here to run their best stuff, get a great look, and then defend at the other end. But let's see here what Indiana draws up. You've got to think here, Jackson Davis is touching the ball. He has had a slow start to this game offensively for Indiana, and you've got to think Coach Woodson's going to do everything in his powers to give Trace a look here in this half-court set.
Indiana's now hitting 30% for the ball game. Wisconsin has hit 4 of their last 5. They're now hitting 35%. So it has been a defensive struggle here. Neither team shooting it well. Indiana ball. Tamar will inbound. Bates gets it to Jalen Hood Shapiro. Hood Shapiro gives to Kopp, then back to Jalen, drives it right, pulls up from 16 feet, misses the, oh, it got in. It hit the front of the rim. I thought it was going to come off short, and it dropped to him. Hood Shapiro's fourth point of the ball game, and Indiana's lead at 3. 21-18. Ball in the hands of Lindsey. Isaac Lindsey throws it right side to Klesmit. Klesmit back out to Gilmore. Gilmore on the perimeter against Geronimo. Tries to drive it against him. Spins into the lane. Turns around. Forces up a left-hander. Won't go. Got his own rebound. We got a foul call. And that's going to be a foul on Gilmore.
Great defense right there by Jordan Geronimo. Gilmore tried to go one-on-one, using the craft dribble. Great, just sound fundamental defense from Jordan Geronimo. Hands straight up in the air, forced a really tough 2-point effort from Gilmore. That's a big stop for Indiana here, and a chance to extend this out to a 2-possession lead.
21-18 score Indiana, but the chance to up it to the largest of the game. They can get a field goal here. Here's Jackson Davis, 1 dribble, 2, gives the Hood Shapiro, left hand, or fires up an 18-footer that's short, and the rebound comes off to Wslm. 35 seconds left, and about 7 seconds between the clocks right now. Here is Lindsey, gives it up to Klesmit, out to Carter Gilmore, top of the key. Gilmore against Geronimo. Left side pass to Crown. Crown hands it off to Lindsey. I make that a Sejan, rather. He drives inside, puts it up, missed it. Whistle blows, and we got a foul. And let's see who it's against. I think maybe Jackson Davis. It is on Trace.
Sejan can really play for Wisconsin. He is, as we talked about before the game, one of the best 3-point shooters that Wisconsin has, but that last possession there was just a great example of playing off the ball, coming off a down screen, catching it, fading out to the corner, using his head fakes to get the defender up in the air, and then driving right past to draw the foul.
This kid is a great free throw shooter and knocks it in. He's got his 4th point of the ball game. He has hit now 9 of 10 in Big Ten play, and he's 24 of 25 on the season. looking to get it to a one-point contest and does exactly that. 5 points for Wslm. It's 21-20 Indiana. We're down to 15 seconds. Jalen Hood-Schifino will bring it up. Hood-Schifino gets it across the timeline on the dribble and gets fouled. And that's Klesmit who picks up the personal. That will be his first of the ball game. But Wisconsin's got all kinds of fouls to give. That's just, I think, their 16th foul. So the next one would put Indiana at the line with a 1 and bonus.
Now you got 6 seconds here to execute something on your out-of-bounds play to end this first half.
Here is Tamar Bates, will inbound, gets it into Hood-Schifino, top of the key to Trace Jackson-Davis. Jackson-Davis drives it inside, forces it up. Got some contact there, but no call, and we are at halftime. So the score, Indiana and Wisconsin in a defensive duel here in the first half. It's the Hoosiers 21, Badgers 20, and our halftime show with John Herrick begins, brought to you by Prairie Farms with statistics, interviews, and more. This is Indiana University basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. No matter what kind of flooring you have on your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, official sponsor of Indiana University basketball.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On Big Ten Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Sports.
What they want is the silver lining, and they want a promise kept. When something really bad happens, that's when, you absolutely present a West Bend versus maybe another carrier.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
What I want you to know about West Bend is that you have a partner, and you have a partner that cares, that's built on strong values, and in the event that something does happen, you have a promise that will be kept.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hoosier fans, the IU basketball season is here, and so is an exclusive offer on Cooper tires from Neil Tire and Auto Service. You just became an instant winner. Provide the code IUCOOP30 at any Neil Tire store to receive $30 off any set of 4 Cooper tires, plus a free alignment check. Again, the code is IUCOOP30. That's IUCOOP30. This offer will expire January 31st, 2023. So stop by Neil Tire to take advantage of this special offer. And remember, Hoosier fans, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health, Southern Indiana Physicians, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-BONE or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
Before you grab a shovel, use your laptop or smartphone to contact Indiana 811. Remember, buried gas and power lines are everywhere, and if damaged, can be extremely dangerous. To keep you and your family safe, make sure you contact Indiana 811 at least 2 days before you dig. Just go to indiana811.org and submit a locate request. Then wait for your utilities to be marked. It's a free service. Safe digging saves lives. So click before you dig at indiana811.org.
Proud partner of Indiana University Athletics.
On the CareSource Radio Network, from Learfield, Hoosier basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics. And by Smithville. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, security, and TV. Visit Smithville.com for more information. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Halftime.
Indiana 21, Wisconsin 20 at the half, and today's halftime show is presented by Prairie Farms. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk, drink local with Prairie Farms. I'm Sean Herrick with your first half statistics, which are brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. For the most authentic bacon, ham, and fresh pork, more people are saying my brand is Indiana. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Wisconsin shooting 33% from the field, Indiana 30%. IU is 0 of 5 from 3. Wisconsin's 25% from 3. Connor Esikian leads Wisconsin in scoring with 5 points. Jordan Geronimo leads Indiana with 6 points. Indiana outscored Wisconsin in the paint 14-8. Several ties and also several lead changes in that first half. We've got an interview for you coming up when we come back with more of the Prairie Farms halftime show in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, when it comes to transportation solutions, Enterprise runs every play in the book. From renting to buying, with cars, commercial trucks, and even passenger vans, Enterprise offers it all. And with more new college graduate hires every year than anyone else, you'll experience professional, spirited customer service that is unlike any other. So whatever your transportation need is, or the next time you have to travel, Enterprise has you covered. Pick the official partner of IU Athletics. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Who thought it was a good idea to put New Year's resolutions smack dab in the middle of winter? Huh? All of a sudden the clock strikes 12 and we're supposed to exercise more and eat better. Guess it's a good thing we got this epic stuffed crust from Papa John's then. With all that hot, milky cheese, we'll definitely be doing more stretching. Yeah, and if it's better ingredients, better pizza, that obviously counts as eating better, right? Hey, wait a minute. This New Year's resolution thing is actually pretty easy. Thanks, Papa John's.
Hoosier fans, have you ever wanted to put on your own candy stripe warm-ups and hang out on the court with the team before the game? This season, the Hoosiers men's basketball team is looking for an honorary pregame team member, and it could be you. Go to iubench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for an experience that includes bench seats during warm-ups, candy stripe pants, and game tickets for 4. Again, that website is iubench.com. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of your Indiana Hoosiers.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the trustees of Indiana University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Wisconsin 21-20. That's your halftime score. And now let's go to Austin Render with our sponsored interview.
Joined by Jamie Cartwright, Senior Director of Operations for today's game sponsor, Papa John's Pizza. Jamie, how is fundraising going over there for the IU Dance Marathon this year?
Hey, Austin, things are going great. We are in our 10th year now for fundraising with the Riley Children's Foundation through the IU Dance Marathon. So we've got our ongoing code IUDM30, which gives the customer 25% off their order, and 10% of the entire order gets donated to the IU Dance Marathon on behalf of the Riley Children's Foundation. And we've got over 70 different Papa John's locations in Indiana honoring the code now.
What new menu items do you have available coming up here in 2023?
Well, we're always doing the new Epic Stuffed Crust pizza, which has mozzarella cheese inside the crust, but we're introducing 3 new Papa Bites in January. The chicken Parmesan bite has chicken and Parmesan cheese wrapped in our original crushed dough and has a pizza dipping sauce, which is a great snack, 8 pieces. There's 8 pieces in our jalapeno bites, made the same way, jalapenos with Alfredo sauce, though, wrapped in our original crushed dough with a ranch dipping sauce. And then we have a new dessert dessert item, the Oreo Bites, crushed Oreo cookies, drizzled icing, also served wrapped in our fresh original dough with a cream cheese dipping sauce. So lots of new choices for the customers.
Jamie, you've got me hungry. Thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you to Jamie Cartwright, the Senior Director of Operations for today's game sponsor, Papa John's.
We'll return with the women's sports calendar and more of our Prairie Farms halftime show in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
People come to Goldcasters, even from Indianapolis, to buy their engagement ring, their anniversary gift, their important purchases with us. They figured out they'll have to visit 5 major jewelers in Indy to find all the brands I carry here under one roof. This is my passion. I scrutinize and handpick every single diamond we carry. So spend $200 or $20,000. There are no average diamonds here. I'm Brad Lawrence, inviting you to come to Goldcasters here in Bloomington and prepare to be amazed.
Upland Brewing Company is proud to be the official craft beer sponsor of IU Athletics. Upland has been brewing award-winning craft beers right here in Bloomington for 25 years. Whether you're looking to explore striking new flavors or sit back with a pint of Dragonfly, Indiana's best-selling IPA, Upland beers are the perfect pairing for your next tailgate. Join us at any of our 6 locations or find us at a grocery store near you. As always, Upland reminds you to drink responsibly and go Hoosiers.
At CareSource, we get you. We get that you're working hard, but you still need to buy your own health insurance. We get that you want big benefits for a small budget. That's why we've made our Marketplace health plans so easy to afford. In fact, 4 out of 5 Marketplace customers can get a plan for under $10 per month with financial help. So get great benefits, get a great rate, and know that we'll always have your back. CareSource, we got you. Enroll by January 15th at caresource.com/marketplace.
Whether it's 12 miles to the Pee Wee football comeback of a lifetime, 80 miles to your first hole-in-one, or more like 8 shots to the first hole. Whether it's 240 back road miles to sleeping under the stars, or just a few blocks to the grocery store, Marathon has the fuel to keep your engine running at peak performance. Because you never know where life is going to take you. For quality fuel through every mile, fill up at Marathon.
Indiana 21, Wisconsin 20. That's your halftime score. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Indiana University basketball. The IU Women's Sports Calendar brought to you by the team of attorneys at Taft Law, a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. The 6th-ranked IU women's basketball team plays Wisconsin tomorrow at 2, and the women's tennis team takes on Butler and Bellarmine on Monday. Now let's check the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light. Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky leads Tennessee 48-46 late in the second half. Miami and NC State are headed to overtime, tied at 73. This out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics, 2022 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. And Don Fisher rejoins us, Don.
Eric, tell us a little bit about what you think about the second half of the ballgame.
Well, it's going to be the team that starts making shots consecutively. In that first half, neither team shot the ball well. Indiana, 30.3% from the field on 10 of 33 shooting. Wisconsin wasn't much better, only 33.3% from the field. Neither team got it going at the offensive end. In a game like this, it doesn't take much. String a few possessions together, make some shots, get on a roll, get your crowd behind you here. Indiana has a great chance to win this game if they can start shooting the ball a little bit better.
All right, we'll come back with the second half of this one. Our halftime show has been presented by Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. Drink local with Prairie Farms. We'll return with the start of the second half, 2 minutes. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Where you work and who you work beside matters. We are Daymar, and we're dedicated to helping vulnerable kids and adults with disabilities. Right now, we're looking for tough people with big hearts. People who are fighters, people who don't give up, people who run toward danger to do whatever they can to help. Is your job fulfilling emotionally, or are you just filling time? Learn more about open positions at daymar.org.
Whether you're cheering on the Hoosiers at Memorial Stadium or simply want to experience the vibrant energy of IU Bloomington any time of year, there's no better place to stay than the Biddle Hotel inside the Indiana Memorial Union. Located in the heart of IU's campus, the Biddle Hotel provides first-rate amenities within this quintessential college town. For reservations, visit imu.indiana.edu. That's imu.indiana.edu. The Biddle Hotel, where all Hoosier fans belong.
Hoosier fans, don't be a hangry Hoosier. Stop by your local Bloomington area Arby's anytime on game day for the crowd-pleasing Hoosier Game Day Special. 4 classic Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $10. Available every IU basketball game day, home and away, at any Bloomington, Ellettsville, and Martinsville Arby's locations. Arby's, we have the meats. Supporting our Hoosiers since 2019.
Your Echo smart speaker has just gotten smarter. Ask Alexa to activate your WIBC News Flash Briefing skill.
Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing. From the WIBC mobile newsroom, this is local news for Indianapolis.
Gas Buddy says the statewide average.
Get the latest news updates on demand.
I'm John Herrick.
The administration should be going the other. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC mobile.
When you want your news in a flash, get it with no waiting. With Alexa and 93 WIBC.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Indiana 21, Wisconsin 20 to start the second half of this ball game. The Hoosiers and Wisconsin both struggling to shoot the ball well. Indiana has a 1-point lead. 41 points scored by both teams in the first half. That is really unusual.
It is, and
you know the last time I think I remember something like that? Indiana and UCLA.
Oh yeah, I was on.
Remember
that?
that?
In that game.
Well, I know you were.
No, and that was a similar type of matchup in that both teams are playing hard, competing at a very high level, but neither team gets it going offensively, and that's exactly what we've seen here in the first half from both Wisconsin and Indiana. Jackson Davis, who's the leading scorer for the Hoosiers, only 2 of 6 from the field in the first half and not able to draw fouls. Wisconsin has done a really nice job defending the paint without fouling here.
Here's Trey Galloway bringing it across the timeline. Indiana getting the ball first to start the second half. The Hood Shapiro down low to Trace. Gets a double team, puts it up with the left hand, and banks it in. Jackson Davis gets his 6th point of the ball game. He ties Geronimo for the team lead in scoring with 6 apiece now. 23-20 Indiana. Here is Jordan Davis. Hands it off to Chucky Hepburn. Hepburn out near midcourt. Gives up the dribble. Goes to Crowell with a pass. He throws it right side to Gilmore. Carter Gilmore bounces it down low to Klesmit. Klesmit guarded by Miller Cobb. Down inside, throws up a shot. Couldn't get it. Rebound's tapped out to Hepburn. Hepburn fires a 3. He missed, and Geronimo's got the board. Back comes Indiana. Hood Shapiro across the timeline. Jalen with the basketball in between the circles. Not guarded tightly yet. Starts it right, comes back left, down into the lane, throws up a runner, and hits! And Hood Shapiro gets his 6th point of the game, and now Indiana's got 3 players with 6 points in this contest, and Indiana has its biggest lead at 5. Hepburn with it, left side to Crowell. Crowell holds on at the high post right, holds on, then gives it up to Hepburn. Hepburn comes back to the right side on the wing. Off it comes to Davis. Davis down low to Crowell, lost it out of bounds. They have turned it over 7 times. That is 1 away from their average on the season, and we're just starting the second half.
Yeah, that's a bad pass by Davis. He's got to continue with that dribble and get lower on the baseline to get a better angle for that post feed. That straight line post feed when Trace Jackson Davis is fronting is really tough to execute, and a nice deep job defensively from the Hoosiers.
Here's Miller Kopp, down low to Trace, double team comes, feeds Geronimo inside, lost the handle. Got it stolen away from him. Now Hepburn's got the basketball. He'll bring it back for Wisconsin. Hepburn with it on the right side. Just the 4th turnover of the game for Indiana. Now the pass outside comes to Gilmore to Hepburn on the left perimeter. Hepburn holds high. Down low it comes to Crowell. Crowell gives it right back to Hepburn on the perimeter. He drives it into the lane. Pulls up, throws it out to Asijan for a 3. He missed it. And the rebound to Jordan Geronimo. Off down the floor comes Hood Shapiro. Jalen's got it, slides it to the right side, pulls up, fires up a jump shot, and hits! Hood Shapiro looking for a shot here in the second half. He's got 2 mid-range shots here with 8 points down the ball game. Back down the floor comes Wisconsin. Indiana with a 7-point lead. Hepburn to Klesmit. Klesmit dumps it off the Crowell. Crowell turns around, hands it off to Hepburn, pulls up, throws it in the corner to Season. He drives against Miller. Outside to Klesmit. He fakes. He'll fire up a 3, and he will miss it. And the rebound to Jackson Davis. Back comes Indiana. Trace gets it to Galloway. Trey, he drives it down into the lane. Lays it up and in. Galloway gets his 5th point of the ball game, and Greg Gard's got to call a timeout. 17-14, and Indiana has racked up the 9-point lead, the largest of the contest, with an 8-0 run to start the second half. We're back in a minute. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
There's some things in life we can always get back. Money, that's one of them. But time, that can never be replaced. Your kids, grandkids, they don't care how big your house is or the type of car you drive. The time they spend with you, that's what matters most. Allow us to help take your financial concerns away so you can enjoy the more important things in life. Call us today at 317-903-9157. Schedule a no-obligation visit and rejoice in your retirement.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be the official document provider of IU Sports Properties. Most people know SBS Indiana because of our great Sharp color copier printers or our touchscreen classroom technology. Both are great for student learning and presentation of innovation and ideas. SBS Indiana help IU create the classroom of the future here in Bloomington. Sharp Business Systems of Indiana supports IU students both on the court and in the classroom. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Taft, today's modern law firm with more than 800 attorneys in 8 primary Midwest markets and the District of Columbia. We provide solutions to the business issues facing middle market and emerging companies alike. We do this through a highly collaborative and inclusive team approach. Taft, the modern law firm and a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. To learn more, visit taftlaw.com. TAFTLAW.com.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana. Indiana 29, Wisconsin 20 with 17-14 left in the second half of this ball game. Our game sponsor today is Papa John's. New from Papa John's are new Papa Bites. They're now available with 3 flavors to choose from. Order one today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Well, an 8-0 run to start this second half from your Indiana Hoosiers on 4 of 4 shooting from the field, compared to Wisconsin, who is 0 of 4 from the field. Indiana is continuing to get stops. Nothing's coming easy for Wisconsin offensively here this afternoon. But Indiana doing a great job off of their ball screen action right now, Don. This Wisconsin defense is in drop coverage. The big is sagging all the way deep in the paint, and he's forced to guard 2 guys. The ball handler, Trace Jackson Davis. They're taking away Trace, which leaves guys like Trey Galloway and Jalen Hood-Schifino wide open inside the paint, and those guys have done a really nice job here in getting that 5-foot floater going here in the second half.
Back out on the floor, Galloway, Hood-Schifino, Miller Kopp, Jackson Davis, Geronimo. And let's see if Wisconsin's made any changes. I think the only change they made was sitting Jordan Davis before that timeout was called. And that brought a Season back in the contest for Wisconsin. Inbound comes to Klesmit. Klesmit fires it off to Chucky Hepburn, and he'll bring it up the floor. Gets it across the timeline, drives down low against Hood-Schifino, turns around, throws it outside to Gilmore. Gilmore hands it off to Klesmit, then back to Gilmore, lobs it into Crowell, and knocked away by Jackson Davis. Out of bounds, it'll belong to Wisconsin. 29-20. Indiana leads. 8-0 run to start the second half. Wisconsin trying to do something about that right here with this possession. Hepburn gets the basketball. Hepburn takes it to the top. Back to the right he comes. Throws it back to Crowell for a 3 look. And he missed it badly. And the rebound out of there to Hood-Schifino. Jalen brings it up the floor on the dribble. Slows things down for a moment. Works to the left side. Puts the ball in the right hand on the dribble. Fires, drives it right. Throws it in the corner to Trey. Outside to Miller Kopp. Kopp now flies it off to Geronimo. He fakes. He drives. He forces up a shot. No good. And the rebound comes to Gilmore. Now Hepburn comes back the other way. Hepburn gives to Klesmit. Klesmith backs outside, gets it back out to Wslm. We got a whistle now. And do we get Trey Galloway for another foul here? That's his third. So Trey picks up a third personal foul. That's going to bring Tamar Bates off the bench. And that one was away from the basketball. That's the kind you don't like to get.
No, he's got a tough job. He's going to guard the other team's best perimeter player each and every day, and he's had some trouble with fouls.
Here's a drive by Klesmith down inside, throws it out, deflected away to Gilmore. Gilmore back to Klesmith for a three try. He missed. And the rebound to Geronimo. Jordan gets it across the timeline, drives it left, takes it right to the hole, puts it up, and got it. No, he does get it. He tapped it in. He missed the shot initially and got his own rebound and put it back in. Geronimo gets his 8th point of the game. 31-20, Indiana by 11 now. Klesmith gets it outside to Crown. Crown looks in, the whistle blows, another foul called, and this time it's on Hood-Shapiro. And that will be Jalen's first foul in the ball game. Timeout, that's our television timeout. The first of the second half with 15:47 to go. 31-20, Indiana leads Wisconsin, the Central Indian Honda Dealer Scoreboard. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Joined by Jamie Cartwright, Senior Director of Operations for today's game sponsor, Papa John's Pizza. Jamie, how is fundraising going over there for the IU Dance Marathon this year?
Hey, Austin, things are going great. We are in our 10th year now for fundraising with the Riley Children's Foundation through the IU Dance Marathon. So we've got our ongoing code IUDM30, which gives the customer 25% off their order, and 10% of the entire order gets donated to the IU Dance Marathon on behalf of the Riley Children's Foundation. And we've got over 70 different Papa John's locations in Indiana honoring the code now.
What new menu items do you have available coming up here in 2023?
Well, we're always doing the new Epic Stuffed Crust pizza, which has mozzarella cheese inside the crust. But we're introducing 3 new Papa Bites in January. The chicken Parmesan bite has chicken and Parmesan cheese wrapped in our original fresh dough and has a pizza dipping sauce, which is a great snack, 8 pieces. There's 8 pieces in our jalapeno bites, made the same way, jalapenos with Alfredo sauce, though, wrapped in our original fresh dough with a ranch dipping sauce. And then we have a new dessert item, the Oreo Bites, crushed Oreo cookies, drizzled icing, also served wrapped in our fresh original dough with a cream cheese dipping sauce. So lots of new choices for the customers.
Jamie, you've got me hungry. Thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you to Jamie Cartwright, the Senior Director of Operations for today's game sponsor, Papa John's.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Indiana 31, Wisconsin 20. 15 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in this final half of play. And Indiana off to a terrific 10-0 start to start the second half of the ball game. Vans IU Credit Union has been serving Hoosiers for more than 65 years now. They're the exclusive provider of the IU Athletics MasterCard debit card. Choose yours from 6 great IU designs that show you Hoosier pride. Visit any branch or check them out at iucu.org.
Man, Wisconsin has really struggled to score here this afternoon. Now shooting just over 26% from the field. 2 of 13 from downtown, which is only 15%. You got to give credit to this Indiana half-court defense. Early in the game, the pressure was there, making Wisconsin uncomfortable. But what I've been impressed with is a sustained effort. There has not been a 2 to 3 to 4 minute period where Indiana disappears and allows Wisconsin to get back in the game or to make some shots. There's only been maybe one uncontested shot that the Badgers have taken here in this game, and it came on a miscommunication off a back screen. Aside from that, Indiana has been completely locked in defensively. You get that type of effort at that end of the court, eventually here offensively, Indiana is going to start scoring some points, and that's what we've seen here in the second half.
So we'll see what Indiana has done here with their lineup. They got Jalen Hood-Shapiro, Trace Jackson-Davis, Tamar Bates, Jordan Geronimo in there with Miller Kopp. So not much. And the inbound will be Klesmith. Craig Galloway, of course, replaced by Bates. Here's Hepburn. Hepburn out near midcourt, throws it off left side. Ilver is coming to the game for Wisconsin once again. He's working on Geronimo. Throws it. Oh, he threw it away. Yep, it was touched by Jalen Hood-Shapiro, who got a piece of it on a deflection. So it'll belong to Wisconsin on the far sideline. 11 on the shot clock as Klesmith will inbound. And Max Pleasant gets it into Chucky Hepburn. Hepburn out near midcourt. Slides to the left side. Drives down. Pulls up. Fires a fadeaway shot. Won't go. Rebound tipped down into the hands of the Season. He gets it in low. Puts it up. Missed it. And the rebound fought for and taken out of there by Miller Kopp. Off to Jalen Hood-Schifino. Hood-Schifino gets it across the timeline. Hood-Schifino with the ball. Has it knocked away by Hepburn. And it'll belong to IU. So the ball will be taken out of bounds right in front of the Indiana bench. And Miller Kopp will trigger the inbound play. Miller gets the ball, looks, throws it into Hood-Schifino. Jalen with it on the left side against Hepburn. Works against him. Dumps it off to Miller Kopp. Down low to Jackson Davis. Double team comes, throws it into Geronimo. He puts it up and in, and it draws a foul. Jordan Geronimo has got his 10th point of the ball game now. He will go to the free throw line looking for his 11th. Indiana on a 13-0 run to start the second half in less than 5 minutes.
Now the double team came on Trace Jackson Davis, and the weak side guard Klesmit had to come down to take Jordan Geronimo, but Geronimo's probably got 5-6 inch height advantage there. Credit to TJD, Don. He took his time, saw the mismatch. Rather than skip it back out, he kept his eyes on Jordan. A little lob over the top for a chance at a three-point play.
So Geronimo at the free throw stripe, fires it up there, and high off the rim, no good. The rebound to a Season, but Indiana got a 13-point lead now. Down the floor comes Chucky Hepburn with the ball. Slides it to the right side, and drives to the hole, fakes, puts it up, and got it. And Chucky Hepburn gets his 8th point of the ball game. 33-22, he breaks the ice for Wisconsin here in the second half. Hood-Schifino with the basketball, slides it to the right side, pulls up, lobs it into Trace down low, works on Crowell inside, lays it up and in. Jackson Davis with a couple of really good moves down inside for his 8th point. 35-22, full court pressure applied, but then they relinquish it pretty quickly. Hepburn will bring it up. Hepburn gets it across the timeline. Drives it left, down low he goes. Fakes, fires it up, blocked away by Jackson Davis or Hood-Schifino. Hood-Schifino's got the basketball. Throws it in the corner to Miller Kopp. Kopp can't get the shot off, throws it back out to base. Now to Hood-Schifino. He fakes, drives inside, pulls up, he shoots, he scores! And Hood-Schifino, he's got 10. Indiana jumps out to a 37-22 lead, and the crowd comes to its feet. Hepburn across the timeline. He passes to Jordan Davis, who's back in. Now to Ilver. Ilver lost the handle, got it back, hands it off to a Season. A Season now works on Bates, clears it away to Jordan Davis. Davis back outside to Crowell. Crowell on the right perimeter. Gives it to Hepburn. Back to Crowell. He'll fire up a three. He missed it. Rebound taken by Geronimo. Down the floor to Hood-Schifino. Jalen down inside to Trace. On the right baseline, he drives on Crowell inside, puts it up, and got it! Jackson Davis with his 10th point. And Indiana now leads at 39-22, and we got another timeout called by Greg Gard. Indiana fans are on their feet whooping it up here because this has been the first time Indiana's had this kind of production against an offensive team since the first half of last year's game in Madison.
And Indiana's starting to play faster after these misses from Wisconsin. Rather than just settle with getting a stop, Indiana is trying to turn that stop into an easy two at the other end. That last possession, not necessarily a fast break, but man, was that a quick post feed to Jackson Davis. And why that's key is Jackson Davis is able to go one-on-one deep inside the paint before this Wisconsin half-court defense can set up. Great job from Indiana and Jalen Hood-Schifino pushing the ball, forcing the issue, getting the ball to your best player early in the possession, and letting Trace go to work.
Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, TV, and security. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information. Well, Indiana on a big-time second-half run here. It is 39-22 now. They've allowed Wisconsin just 2 points in the first 6+ minutes of this second half. And the inbound will be made by Ilver, who will inbound the basketball for the Badgers against the pressure put on by Indiana. The inbound comes to Jordan Davis. They get it to Hepburn, and Hepburn will bring it up. Gets it across the timeline. Hepburn slides it to the right, gives it to Davis. Davis tries to drive on Miller Kopp. Pulls up, lets fly a jump shot, missed it, and the rebound knocked in the air, and it's into the hands of Jordan Davis. They get a lot of long rebounds, and here's Hepburn on a drive, lost the handle, got it back, bounces it out to Davis. Now right side to Wslm for a three, and he buried it. This kid can shoot. He's just a freshman, and he's special. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He gets his second three of the ball game. He's the only guy that's hit one or two, we should say, for this Wisconsin ball club. Something was on the floor there. Geronimo picked it up. Somebody's Kleenex, it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I don't know how it got on the floor there.
I don't know either. But Jordan picked it up kind of daintily and took it to the
it didn't look
official.
like he wanted to touch it. But pauses the play just for a second, but now Indiana's got it here.
Hood-Shafino with it across the timeline. Jalen takes it to the top, slides it to the right, dumps it in the corner to Geronimo. Jordan outside to Bates, now to Jalen, down into Trace. Jackson Davis turns on Gilmore. They're not double teaming this time. They throw it outside to Tamar. He drives, he fires up a runner. It rattles out, and Wslm comes up with a rebound for Wisconsin. 39-25 Indiana. 12-18 to go in this ball game. Hepburn slides it to the right side, a whistle blows, and Hood-Shafino gets called for a foul. That'll be his second of the ball game. Apparently he tried to run through a screen that time, and that's what they called. Trey Galloway getting set to check in, and Hood-Shafino will sit down. Also coming in is Malik Renew, and Jordan Geronimo will get a hand as he comes to the sideline with 10 points. They like his hustle. He makes a mistake every now and then, but he's been really playing well in this ball game. Here is Davis to inbound. Looks, having trouble, finally gets it into Klesmit. Klesmit dumps it off to Gilmore, top of the key. Fires it left side to Wslm. He fakes, he drives down the corner, forces up a shot, and won't go, and the rebound to Trey Galloway. Galloway will bring it up for IU. Hoosiers lead it by 14. Across the timeline, Trey with the basketball. Gives it out to Tamar Bates, finds Malik Renew. Renew now holds on the perimeter, passes to Trace. Jackson Davis with it, hands it off to Trey Galloway. Drives down low, fires up a little runner, won't go. Fights for his rebound, but couldn't get it. Klesmit comes up with it, and Wisconsin's back in the attack. Indiana starts to cool here offensively. Here's Klesmit with the basketball. Back outside, drives it left side, a whistle blows. And do we get another foul on Galloway?
That'll be his fourth.
Well, Trey Galloway will have to sit down again. Galloway picks up his fourth personal foul. Timeout is called. We have 11:34 left in this contest. Galloway looks beside himself in regard to getting called for that one, and it's 39-25, and we're back here in a moment. This will be a full timeout. This is Indiana University basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Our IU basketball team puts on the candy stripe pants each game and represents Hoosier Nation with pride. Cintas can do the same for your company. Want your employees to look and feel their best? Want your facility to shine for customers? Then call the image experts at Cintas. Cintas has unique uniforms like their exclusive Carhartt rental workwear program. But Cintas will also deliver floor mats and cleaning supplies and stock your restrooms. Heck, they'll even coach your team to get great results. Get your team ready for the workday with image solutions from Cintas.
I mean, who thought it was a good idea to put New Year's resolution smack dab in the middle of winter? We just got done sprinting through the holidays. Can't we just curl up on the couch with some of Papa John's new Papa Bites? I mean, come on. There's chicken parm and jalapeno and Oreo cookie Papa Bites. Forget about New Year, New You. This is New Year, New Papa Bites. Only at Papa John's. Oreo and the Oreo wafer design are trademarks of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Whether you're cheering on the Hoosiers at Memorial Stadium or simply want to experience the vibrant energy of IU Bloomington any time of year, there's no better place to stay than the Biddle Hotel inside the Indiana Memorial Union. Located in the heart of IU's campus, the Biddle Hotel provides first-rate amenities within this quintessential college town. For reservations, visit imu.indiana.edu. That's imu.indiana.edu. The Biddle Hotel, where all Hoosier fans belong.
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana. Hoosiers leading Wisconsin 39-25, 11:34 left in this ball game. Have you heard of Mom Water? Refreshing fruit-infused vodka water with zero carbonation, zero sugar, zero carbs, and only 90 calories. Mom Water is the perfect game day drink. It's founded in Indiana and now a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Please drink and enjoy responsibly.
Well, Indiana got this second half lead all the way up to 17 at one point. But then Wisconsin responds with a 3-point field goal from Connor Esijan. And then since then, Indiana has struggled the last couple possessions. This feels like a very important defensive possession for Indiana. And if you're the Hoosiers, you want to continue to put the pressure on here and not allow Wisconsin to keep this game within striking distance. You know, if you're Coach Greg Gard, you're drawing up something here. The best play that you can to get the ball either in Jordan Davis's hands, Connor Esijan, and try to get a great look here, because this is a pivotal point in this game right now. A 14-point lead, just over 11 minutes left.
Davis inbounds the ball to Ilver in the Wisconsin end. Here's the pass back out to Klesmith. Klesmith with the basketball on the dribble against Hood Shafino. Klesmith drives to the left side, throws it outside to Ilver. Ilver holds onto it, slides it into the lane, turns around, fakes again, throws up a hook shot, won't go. Rebound, saved by Klesmith, or rather Esijan, but the shot clock goes off and they turn it over. Good job by Indiana's defense again.
Great job by Trace Jackson Davis. Ilver made a nice move to the basket. A little shot fake about 3 feet from the rim. And that's one when Indiana struggled. They would bite on that shot fake, but Trace stayed down and got a good contest.
Jackson Davis with the high post to the right side. Gives it off to Hood Shafino. Drives it to the free throw line. Turns around. Forces up a 15-footer that won't go. And the rebound taken out of there by Esijan. Now back up the floor comes Klesmith. Klesmith with the ball. Takes it to the left. Pulls it up in the wing. Down low he goes. Throws up a runner. And it goes in. Klesmith gets his second basket of the game, his fourth point, and the lead has been cut down to 12. 39-27, they were up 17. Now ball in the hands of Jalen Hood Shafino. Hood Shafino takes it left and takes it to the right wing. Down low he goes to Trace. Jackson Davis in the wing trying to back his way in against Gilmore. Throws it out to Hood Shafino for a three. Indiana hasn't made any today. 39-27 rebound to the Badgers, and here's Klesmith across the timeline. Off to Ilver. He gives it up to Esijan, who drives to the left baseline, turns around, looks for help, gets it into Gilmore for an easy layup. And Carter Gilmore gets his first 2 points of the game, and all of a sudden we're back to a 10-point contest. Indiana with Jalen Hood Shafino driving the ball to the right side, pulls up 15, 16-foot jump shot, and this one goes down. I got to give him credit. Just because he missed a couple doesn't mean he's not going to shoot another one.
Oh, he loves that 15-footer, too. He's using his size to just kind of rise up over the defender.
He's got 12 points now. Indiana takes the lead back up to 13, 41-29. Here's Klesmith, left side on the perimeter. Right side pass to Davis. Jordan Davis backs out for a three try. It's way off the mark, and the long rebound goes out of bounds. Indiana will control. 9:25 to go. Jackson Davis will get a blow here. And Geronimo checks back into the lineup right now. And Malik Renew is also in the ball game, giving, I guess, Malik with Geronimo, Hood Shafino, Tamar Bates, and Miller Kopp stays in. Across the timeline, ball in the hands, and that's the chin that Jalen goes for. That's signal of a play. Here's Geronimo, left wing, throws it outside to Miller Kopp, right side to Tamar. Bates on the wing, back outside to Hood Shafino. Dumps it top of the key to Malik. He drives down low. He's fouled by Crowell. And Stephen Crowell picks up his first foul of the day. And Jordan Geronimo drew it, but the ball will be taken out of bounds. That is just the second team foul whistled against the Badgers. Indiana's been whistled for 4 so far in the second half. And we're going to have a timeout here.
Timeout, Indiana.
It's a full timeout. That's what the official is signaling. It's a full break here. So Mike Davis wants to sit down and talk for a moment. 9:06 to go in this one. We're nowhere near the television timeout, so I assume we'll just keep it here.
Yeah, I think this is a timeout here. Coach Woodson sees his team not executing as well at the offensive end. Wisconsin has kind of got this lead down to about 12 and playing much better here. This is a good opportunity here for Woodson to get his team together, draw up a good play here. Jalen Hood-Schifino's been just really good here this afternoon. He's got 12 points on 6 of 13 shooting. But, trying to get other guys involved, I think, is going to be really important. The last couple possessions, we've seen some pin downs for Miller Kopp. I think Coach Woodson wants to get Miller involved in the game, shooting the ball a little bit. He's just not been able to shake the defense. So far here, Miller Kopp has 0 shot attempts in this ball game. So you got to use a timeout here, try to draw something up. You got to think you're going to go with Jalen Hood-Schifino off some ball screens. He's been so good here this afternoon. But I wouldn't be surprised here if Coach Woodson draws something up for Indiana's best three-point shooter.
Well, Miller does not take as many as you'd like him to, and I'm not sure they run a lot of things for him either. But at the same time, I remember a guy named Steve Alford who worked his tail off and getting open to get shots. And sometimes I think you have to be the aggressor from a shooter's perspective to do those kinds of things to get yourself shot.
Yeah, Indiana runs a lot of ball screens, and that's not Miller's strength. He's more of a off-the-ball type of guy, a spot-up three-point shooter. So to get him shots, it's either got to be in transition or you got to run sets for him.
Miller will inbound, throws it in. It comes to Malik Renew. He fires it off to Jalen Hood-Schifino immediately. He comes left side to Tamar Bates. Bates now with the basketball, bounces to Hood-Schifino, down low to Malik, takes it inside, throws it up, missed it, got it back and put it in. Malik with a second effort there gets his 6th point of the day. Back to a 14-point lead for Indiana, 43-29. Chucky Hepburn across the timeline on the left side, gives up the dribble. Has to throw it to somebody, finally does to a Sejan. He takes it inside, a whistle. Another foul called against Indiana, and they call this one on Tamar Bates.
Well, Sejan's going to be good. He's already shown the ability to score a couple different ways. The thing I've been impressed with is not only is he a good three-point shooter, he's got some quickness, and it's scary to see a kid like that is only playing this well just as a freshman. He's going to be good here for Wisconsin for years to come.
He's a typical Wisconsin player. Here's Klesmit with it. Out between the circles. Left side pass comes to Crowell. Back it goes to Klesmit. Klesmit tries to penetrate. Down low, does. Throws it outside to Gilmore. He drives inside. He throws it outside to Klesmit for a 3 try, and he hit it. And Klesmit comes up with his 7th point of the ball game. And again, Wisconsin pulls within 11. 43-32. Geronimo to Bates. Outside dribbles to the top. Gives to Hood-Schifino. Jalen with a basketball against Hepburn. Drives it inside again. Passes down low to Malik. Renew. Dribbles once. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Rebound fought for. Geronimo got it. And the ball, he's going to be called for a foul. That's not Geronimo, It's going to be Gilmore.
Got that rebound over 2 Wisconsin defenders. And Jordan is doing the effort-type plays here this afternoon, which is what we've talked about over the last couple of weeks. He's got to continue to focus on going in for offensive rebounds, great defense, and just playing hard at both ends. That's exactly what we've seen here from Jordan Geronimo. That was a great offensive rebound.
7:59 to go here in this ball game. 43-32 Indiana. We're back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
At CareSource, we get you. We get that you're working hard, but you still need to buy your own health insurance. We get that you want big benefits for a small budget. That's why we've made our Marketplace health plans so easy to afford. In fact, 4 out of 5 Marketplace customers can get a plan for under $10 per month with financial help. So get great benefits, get a great rate, and know that we'll always have your back. CareSource, we got you. Enroll by January 15th at caresource.com/marketplace.
IU Credit Union.
Hey, Hoosier fans! IU Credit Union has a great lineup of IU Athletics MasterCard debit cards. Choose yours from a roster of 6 iconic IU designs and show everyone you're a Hoosier. Check them out at iucu.org or visit any IU Credit Union branch. IU Credit Union is an official partner of IU Athletics.
We started a credit union and created a community.
Don't take a chance when buying a used car. Drive Honda Certified from your local Honda dealer, where we have 1 to 10-year-old Hondas. Protected, certified, warranted, and backed by Honda. Certified pre-owned Hondas have a 182-point inspection, have been reconditioned with Honda genuine parts by factory trained technicians. Plus, you get up to a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, roadside assistance, and much more. Only at your local Honda dealer.
Indiana with 7:59 to go in this ball game leads Wisconsin 43-32 on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. And speaking of that, go the extra mile off the field with Honda, the most fuel-efficient automaker in America, giving you more miles per gallon. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of IU athletics.
Hustle plays, loose balls, taking a charge, making your free throws, all the little things are what separate good teams from great teams. And Jordan Geronimo's doing those little things here today for Indiana. He's played with great energy. He's not perfect on. He makes his mistakes here and there. But Jordan's going to be a factor if he focuses on those little things that win you games. Every great team has a spark, an X-factor type of guy. And for Indiana, I've said it all year long, I think that guy could be Jordan Geronimo. If he focuses on the right things and plays with the type of effort we've seen here this afternoon, he'll be just fine here for the Hoosiers.
Jordan is just 2 of 6 in Big Ten play at the free throw line, but he's going there right now, and these are important. He's hitting 61% of the season. And so he steps to the stripe. Crowd quiets here, of course, and he fires it up and knocks it in. And Jordan now has got his 11th point of the afternoon, looking for his 12th. He missed one. The only previous one he took was earlier in this half. Second one is on its way. Got them both. Rattles this one in, but he gets his 12th point of the ball game, and he leads Indiana. Well, he and Shafino lead Indiana in scoring right now with 12 apiece. It's 45-32, Hoosiers by 13. Klesmet brings it up the floor, gives it off to Wslm. Wslm throws it out front to Hepburn. Chucky Hepburn back to Wslm. Let's go a quick three and buries it. He just caught it and shot it, and it went down. He's got 11, and that looked like the Penn State game the other day. 45-35, and now we're down to a 10-point contest. Hood Shafino with the ball. Slides it to the right side. Fires up a jump shot and rattles it in. And Jalen with his 14th point. And Indiana jumps it back to 12. Up the floor comes Chucky Hepburn with the basketball for Wisconsin. 47-35 Hoosiers. Klesmet with it for the Badgers. Gives to Crowell, top of the key. He works right. Gives it up to Hepburn. Hepburn now trying to work it. Gives it off to Gilmore. They whip it around the perimeter. They get it down low to Crowell. Crowell now has it. Tries to back in Malik Renew. Crowell takes it inside. Misses it. And a foul on Malik. Renew picks up his 3rd foul of the ball game.
Indiana couldn't help out because you had a Wslm on the left wing. Can't leave the best three-point shooter on the court for Wisconsin. So Crowell was able to go one-on-one. And Malik did a great job all the way until the very end where he gave Crowell the angle to spin back towards the baseline.
So Crowell goes to the line. He missed his only 2 free throws in the first half, but he knocks that one down. He's got his 5th point of the game. Crowell on the season, 64%. Tamar Bates and Malik Renew check to the sideline. Indiana sends back in Trace Jackson-Davis and Trey Galloway. Galloway has to watch himself. He's got 4 fouls. Crowell will try to make this a 10-point game again. He does not. The rebound comes off to Trace Jackson-Davis. And he gives it to Jalen Hood Shafino, who brings it across the timeline. Weaves it out front to Miller Kopp to Trey Galloway. Off to Hood Shafino again. He drives it to the right. Down low. Little runner into Trace. Throws it up off the glass and in. Jackson-Davis' 12th point. Now you've got 3 Indiana players, or 2 actually with 12, and Hood Shafino with 14. Now here's Gilmore to Klesmet for Wisconsin. Hoosiers back on top by 13. Crowell down low to Hepburn, takes it inside, throws it up, missed it, and Jackson-Davis for the rebound. Up the floor, Trace with the basketball, throws it out to Miller Kopp. 3 on the way, off the mark and rattled in and out. Wslm comes away with a rebound. Back comes Wisconsin. That might have been a dagger there had it gone down. Here's Klesmit driving underneath the basket, gives to Esijan, another runner, no good this time, and a foul called on Crowell, and Trey Galloway is the guy he got hammered.
Yeah, Indiana's getting contest after contest after contest. It's a great job as Esijan looked to have a 15-footer. Indiana's Trey Jackson Davis got a hand up and really made that shot a difficult one for Esijan, but that's been the story all afternoon. Indiana has been great on full contest, getting a hand up on shooters and really making life difficult here for the shooters of Wisconsin.
Crowell's second personal foul. Jackson Davis now has a double-double again. Here is Jalen Hood-Shafino with a basketball. Left side, lost the handle, and Klesmit takes it away. Indiana turns it over for just the second time in the second half and the fifth time in this ball game. They have less turnovers than Wisconsin, and normally a team that really takes care of it well. Here's Leslie in the game, or Lindsey rather in the game now, as Gilmore takes a three and misses it badly. And Indiana's got it back with a 13-point lead, 5.5 minutes to go. Here is Hood-Shafino with it. On the left side, circles to the right, cut off, gets it to the lane, lost the handles, he tried to take it up, no foul call, and they'll take it out of bounds underneath the Indiana basket. It'll be the Hoosiers doing so.
Well, eventually Wisconsin's going to help out on the weak side off of that kind of ball screen on the left wing, because Jalen Hood-Shafino's had some success getting the ball deep in the paint and pulling up from about 10 to 15 feet.
Miller Kopp inbounds to Geronimo. Geronimo throws it back outside to Galloway. Trey with it to Trace Jackson Davis. High post, top of the key, gives to Hood-Shafino. Fires a 17-footer. Oh, he got it to go. Hood-Shafino with his 16th point of the game. He is a great mid-range shooter, and he is knocking them down today. Across the timeline, Indiana. Here is a drive by Esijan. Esijan down inside, throws it up, and somehow got it over Miller Kopp. This kid is really tough. He's got his 13th point of the contest. 51-38. Indiana's lead at 13. 4:46 left. Trey gives it to Trace, top of the key. Trace fakes the pass, hands it off to Trey. Galloway drives right, back outside to Miller Kopp for three. Yes! Miller Kopp gets his first points of the ball game, a huge three, and Indiana's up 16. Klesmit with a basketball. He'll fire up a three. He banks it no good. Rebound off the Geronimo and down the floor to Hood-Shafino. Mike Woodson says slow it down here and get a good shot. Hood-Shafino with a basketball. Slides it to the right of the circle. Dumps it into Trace. Down low, inside. Reverse layup, or he got away from him. Gets it back. Takes it the other way and slammed it home. Holy cow, what a play. Jackson Davis has 14, and Wisconsin is now down 18. Biggest lead of the game for IU. Here is Lindsey on a drive. Cut off. Forces up a shot. Way short. Hood-Shafino with a rebound. Then he threw it away into the hands of Klesmit, who takes it inside, throws it up, and it went down, and he was fouled on the play. So Indiana makes a mistake at the other end and pays for it. It's 56-40, and they'll have a chance to make it a 15-point game if he can knock down a free throw.
All four of Jalen Hood-Shafino's teammates were sprinting down the court. Indiana had a chance. They had numbers after that stop. Just an incredible individual effort from Klesmit from Wisconsin. Indiana was getting ready to get another open shot in transition, but instead Wisconsin gets a chance at a three-point play. Still in great shape, though. 16-point lead for the Hoosiers.
Timeout, 56-40. Indiana leading Wisconsin. 3:39 left. Back in a moment. This is IU basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At CareSource, we get you. We get that you're working hard, but you still need to buy your own health insurance. We get that you want big benefits for a small budget. That's why we've made our Marketplace health plans so easy to afford. In fact, 4 out of 5 Marketplace customers can get a plan for under $10 per month with financial help. So get great benefits, get a great rate, and know that we'll always have your back. CareSource, we got you. Enroll by January 15th at caresource.com/marketplace.
Whether it's 12 miles to the Pee Wee football comeback of a lifetime, 80 miles to your first hole-in-one, or more like 8 shots to the first hole. Whether it's 240 back road miles to sleeping under the stars, or just a few blocks to the grocery store, Marathon has the fuel to keep your engine running at peak performance. Because you never know where life is going to take you. For quality fuel through every mile, fill up at Marathon.
Well, back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, where Indiana right now has the lead, 56-40, with 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go over their nemesis, the Wisconsin Badgers. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, made to chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. 2022 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Well, what a tale of two halves offensively for this Indiana team. 16 of 25 shooting from the field in the second half, 64%. That's really good, but it's even more impressive when you look at it compared to the first half. Indiana was only 10 of 33 and really struggled shooting the basketball. Not been the case here in the second. They've had a ton of great looks off of ball screens and dribble handoffs right in the middle of the lane. And Jalen Hood-Schifino has been fabulous here today. He's got 16 points on 8 of 15 shooting. And you mentioned it, Don. He is so good at pulling up from about 15 to 17 feet. He uses his size and athleticism to rise up above the defense. He's got so much confidence shooting the basketball from 15 to 17 feet, and it showed here this afternoon.
Indiana has only one three-point field goal in this ball game, and that was Miller Kopp, who knocked it down just a couple of minutes ago, and it was a big shot at that point in time.
In transition, that's where Miller's going to get his looks. If Indiana can take the misses from Wisconsin and push the ball, they can get Miller some wide-open looks before this half-court defense has a chance to set up.
Max Klesmet, a very fine junior. He's from Wofford, apparently a transfer from Wofford, and he's got 9 points in this ball game. He missed his first 2 free throws in the first half, and he misses again. Jordan Geronimo got the rebound. It's knocked away from him and picked up by Jalen Hood-Schifino, who bounces it up to Galloway. Some full court pressure being applied right now by the Badgers. Up the floor, they get it across the timeline, and Trey's got it. Galloway gets it to Hood-Schifino. Hood-Schifino on the dribble, out front, slides it to the right side, pulls up, clears to Geronimo, right back to Jalen. Now to Galloway. Galloway brings it back to the left side, bounces it down low to Trace. Jackson Davis against Crowell inside. Turns around, nice move, and slams it home right over Crowell. Great fake that time by Trace to get himself open, and that open dunk. And it's 58-40 now, and Indiana's got an 18-point lead inside 3 minutes. Here's another turnover by Wisconsin. Down the floor to Galloway. Trey puts it up. He got it, and a foul. Troy Galloway knocks down the field goal. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play for the second time today.
And a great pass by Jackson Davis in transition, who came away with the steal. We have seen at times Trey's doing some things that you'd normally see guards do. That time he led the break, a straight line pass in traffic to Troy Galloway, who has always been good at finishing through contact.
So Galloway goes to the stripe, 6'4" sophomore from Culver, Indiana, and knocks in the free one. His 8th point of the ball game, 61-40, Indiana by 21. And Indiana fans have been waiting for a game like this against Wisconsin for a long, long time. Ball in the hands of Klesmet, takes it to the right of the circle. Outside to Gilmore, he drives down low against Geronimo inside, throws up a runner and got it. Gilmore knocks in his 4th point of the ball game. 61-42, Indiana by 19. Hood-Schifino will bring it up against Chucky Hepburn, gets it across the timeline. Hood-Schifino outside to Trey Galloway. Galloway slides it to the left. Bounces it back to Jalen. Hood-Schifino looks right, then dribbles it right. Now dumps it off to Trace. Down low against Hodges inside, and he slams home another one. Trace right over the top gets his 18th point of the ball game. Talk about a guy that is excited right now. Here's a long one by Hepburn, misses, and Jackson Davis with another rebound. He and Geronimo both have double-doubles here this afternoon, and Indiana's going to win this ball game going away, which that hasn't happened against Wisconsin forever. Outside pass to Jalen. A whistle blows. Traveling violation called on Trace. So Indiana does turn it over here. That is their 7th of the ball game. 3 in the first half, 4 in this half, but they have taken care of the ball like you would expect a Wisconsin team to do. And Wisconsin in this ball game has got 8 turnovers, which is their average. And Malik Renew coming in. Jordan Geronimo will sit down, and Jordan with a terrific performance today with 12 points. Here comes Anthony Leal in the ball game. Caleb Banks coming in. Logan Duncombe, C.J. Gunn. All these guys coming in now as Mike Woodson unloads his bench with 1:43 to go.
And we finally saw Trace Jackson Davis take over this second half. And we talked about that in the pregame. He was going to need to be the best player on the court here this afternoon for Indiana to have a chance to win the basketball game. And that is exactly what we saw. Trace Jackson Davis dominated the second half.
New face of the ball game for Wisconsin as well, Kamari McGee. And here's the ball almost taken away by Malik. Now off to Ilvers for a missed three-pointer, and Caleb Banks comes away with a rebound. Banks will bring it up. Caleb gets it across the timeline, throws it to Anthony Leal, who's checked in, to Logan Duncombe. High post left, gives it up to C.J. Gunn. He lost the handle. Now it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Wisconsin.
Now C.J. drove into traffic there. Sometimes you get going a little bit too fast, especially as a freshman. You've got to kind of take a second, read the defense, understand how they're playing you. That time he drove right into that second defender.
So again, McGee with the basketball for Wisconsin. We'll get it across the timeline. He gets it to Esijan. This guy throws it up from long range, and the rebound taken out of there by Ilvers down inside. He's in trouble, throws it out to McGee, back to Esijan. He takes it into the lane and lays it up and missed it, but he was fouled on the play. And the personal foul will be whistled against Anthony Leal. So foul on Anthony, that'll be his first of the game. We're inside a minute now, 58.7 seconds left. Esijan, who has had a terrific game for Wisconsin here today, a couple of threes, actually 3 threes, one in the first half, 2 in the second. And that free throw is off the mark, no good. That's his first miss from the line today. He's got 13 points. He does not miss very much.
Well, he's going to be a heck of a player someday if he sticks with it. And if Coach Gard from Wisconsin can surround him with a little bit more talent, he's going to be tough to guard.
Central Noble High School is where he went to high school last year. And obviously a really talented kid. 63-43 Indiana. Leo gets it across the timeline. Anthony dumps it off to Logan Duncombe, who turns top of the key, feeds Caleb Banks on the right side. Banks dribbles it back out front, down to the free throw line, gives it off to Malik Renew. Malik backs it up. He turns, spins in the lane, turns around, little jump hook, way off the mark. Rebound battle for, scramble on the court. Esijan got away with a travel. He's sliding down the floor and no call. Here's McGee with it for Wisconsin. Back off to Ilvers. Ilver throws it outside to McGee. McGee tries to drive on Anthony Leal inside, throws up a runner and got it to go. Kamari McGee gets his first 2 points. 63-45, and that's probably going to be it. This Indiana crowd comes to its feet. They're excited about what they've seen here today with Indiana finally taking care of Wisconsin. It's been a while. The Hoosiers are going to come away with an 18-point win here today. And Anthony Leal dribbles it out. Ball game. Final score. Indiana 63, Wisconsin 45, and the Hoosiers have toppled the ball club that they have struggled with in every ball game for the most part over the last 25 years. 63-45 is the final. Don't forget to join Coach Mike Woodson on Monday nights throughout the season, but this week it's a Tuesday night inside